Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Whatever shows up in your world, your relationships, your job, or however you like your job, the place that you live, the discontent you have in things that are in your life, whatever it is all a reflection of how your inner world is. How you feel about yourself, how you feel with the things that you do, how you think about the things that are in your life. Your inner world is always reflected in your outer world, and that's shitty to hear at times. But the great thing of that is you can change your inner world and really see that reflected differently in your outer world. Now you might say, but I have a crappy boss, so I can change. My boss, of course, needs to change because that's what the problem is. But okay, if I take on that it's my inner world that needs to change, he will still be the crappy boss. Now the question is, will he? Right? If you start feeling on a place of love and light. So the rest of the video is an Arcturian channeling that takes you to the place where you can connect more with your pure self, your authentic self, your higher self, your light, your pureness, right? Your pure essence. And from there, because that becomes then your inner reality. And from there, then approach your boss. That person is going to behave different towards you because you change. It truly is. You'll be surprised and like, why is he not nagging at me today? Well, normally he isn't, because you are no longer showing that you are, or you no longer have that inner appearance of I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. And that is what is reflected in your outer world. Hence your boss being nagging you, right? Just as one example. If you then change your inner world and feel more connected of who you truly are, and no longer live from that place of lack, of limitation, your surrounding is going to respond absolutely different. You put these natural boundaries there and a natural energy that reflects I am worthy, right? And there's a whole lot of things you can do before you can really live from that place. Now you probably have to make an effort to connect with that, who you truly are, and then approach it from there. And every time you slip back into your normal reality, but that's great. It's a great first feeling like, shit, when I change my world, outside of me, it shows up so much different. That is so what is the word? Reassuring, encouraging. That's so encouraging, right? So enjoy this Arcturian channeling and give it a thumbs up already now, right? Because in the end, you'll be a bit out there and forget it. And let me know how it was for you. And subscribe to the channel, right? So you can see more of these powerful videos. I wish you a beautiful little journey that you're going to go through. I want to open a gate, a portal to a high frequency energy, a source energy, love, pure unconditional love. And that space that I create here, where we work in, if you don't know me, my body starts moving, because the moment I do that, the energy is rising. You might feel that if you're tuned into that. Because in that portal, I would like to come forward that what can support us here today, being that an angel, an entity, an extraterrestrial, an energy, or a light being, whatever. I don't want to limit it to what I just said, but whatever wants to come through that can support us here on earth with whatever we need in this moment in time. And I already felt this morning where this is going to 2 words, but let's see what comes through. Okay, I'm just allowing that for a moment. Just give me a sec. Okay, we're connecting with nature. We're connecting with the elves. That's so cute. Normally I'm channeling extraterrestrials, but this is the nature. Okay. So I'm very curious. My human is like, but I thought we were going towards something that is more related to the heaviness here and quantum healing and the elf is like, love that. She wants to come through. It's a very feminine energy. So let's see what she has to tell us. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for having me here. Such a pleasure being here with all of you. You wanted lightness, lightness of being. And here I am representing that lightness. That twirling around, that flying around, that being pure love. Here you got what you want to be. And not that you want to be anything else than what you are right now. You are perfect the way you are. And you know that. You know that. But a little bit lightness wouldn't do any harm, wouldn't it? You would like that. And I love that you want to do that from a place of being content. And if you're not, please do that from a place of being content with whatever is there for you right now in your reality. The way you feel and think, your reality. The way it shows up in your life, your reality. The reality that you have created. Now, you didn't create the world, but the way you perceive your reality is what you create. The way what you perceive within you, without even knowing it, is shown in the world, in your reality. Okay, we're moving on to something else. Thank you for that lightness of being. We like that. Okay, Arctur wants to come through. My counterpart with the Arcturians, or me, I think feels very much like me as the Arcturians, yes. All right. I might not be, here he comes, I might not be that lightness of being as you just felt, but I am light being. An Arcturian light being in the sense of high frequency, 9-dimensional high frequency. So I can teach you one or the other thing about high frequency. Getting it, I'm feeling it. Yes, please do so. We love to hear that. But you want to hear something new, don't you? Okay, this was my Alice thought coming through. Like, we have heard so much about it. So Arctur, can I ask you something? Because I thought what would be most beneficial for people is to give them some quantum healing, to release some of that heaviness people are dealing with. So would that be something? All at its divine timing. All right. So he wants to share something first. Let's listen. Thank you. All at its divine timing. First, I want you to realize that whatever you feel within you, within your system, within your body, your emotions, your thoughts, your physicalities, your energies, your fitness, whatever you feel and experience within you as a human being is represented in your outer world. And this is a theme that is being worked with around Alice lately. This is what we want to bring forth here. Thank you. So whatever is in your inner world, conscious or unconscious, is what is represented in your outer world. Great. So how is your life looking then? How is your outer world? How are your relationships? How are your finances? How is your job? How is your, or if you don't have a job, the activities that you do? How is that going for you? How is your fulfillment? How is your joy And not just a meditation, we mean all the time, all the day. How do you sleep? How's it going for you? And we're not here to tease you by focusing on the things that might go wrong, because that's what's popping up right now, and it's not going wrong. It's exactly the way it shows up because of your inner world. Take that in for a moment. Whatever shows up in your outer world is because what is happening in your inner world. It is reflecting there. And it's not only about perceptions that you have of others, perceptions of yourself, limiting beliefs, or perception of what you are, or how you need to show up, and perceptions about how the world is and should function, or how it's not functioning, how you like people to be a certain way and how they're not a certain way. Your perception was first. You wanted them to be a certain way, and then you're disappointed they are not. You put that out there. You create your disappointment, right? Things are just there. It is the way you feel that reality, the way you feel your reality. Okay, that was the word. So simply become aware of what is in your reality. And don't make it any more dramatic than it might already feel. Take it as it is, as neutral as you can. Because the great news is, that is just a perception of your inner world. So do you then change your job? Do you then change your relationship? Do you then move somewhere else because that is all difficult? You can. But if something that is showing up in your reality is a reflection of your inner world, if you move yourself out of the job, out of the relationship, out of the location and move somewhere else, your inner world moves with you. And the same will be mirrored to you. Now this is good news. This is good news. This is absolute good news. Because you can change you so that your outer world will change with you. So why not change that in the situation you're in now? And hey, if you feel you need to move. If you want to stop your relationship because it is not working for you, do so. If it is safe for you to stay where you are and stay in that relationship, in the job and the location that you are, if that is okay for a little while, we want to offer you something. I love what's coming. I already feel what's coming. I love it. So take it in. So if you can stay a bit longer in the situation that you are, not by just enduring it, but to actually change your inner world towards it, change your perception towards it. So, I love this. I love your practicality. Thank you. That is what is needed, so that is what is given. Yes, appreciate that. So then take something, just do it with one thing in your life. For example, your relationship or a relationship with someone. This could be a romantic partner, this could be your child, this could be your dog even, this could be your boss, this could be a neighbor. But do it with someone, not the president, because I want you to do it with someone you're interacting with on a regular basis. And if that's by phone or live, that doesn't matter. And then take that person or being that you have issues with, and then notice what thoughts you have about that person. Maybe you want to start with the disappointment or the sadness or the anger, the emotion, the strongest emotion towards that person that you have when you think about the issue you have with that person. That is your part. Please be aware, nothing has been done to you. You have created that emotion because there was a thought first, because there was an expectation, because there was a perception. So now we would like you to be as honest with yourself as possible, to go to that thought that created that emotion of yours. What was the expectation that you have of that person in that relationship that you are? In that connection that you have? How do you want that to be ideally? Let's take it there. How do you want that to be ideally? And probably it isn't that, right? So your expectations, what are your expectations towards that? And you might say, we have a boss that is difficult, I don't have any expectations, but you do if that is an issue. If that causes emotions. Because something is not as you want it to be. Right? Be honest with yourself. Find that disappointment and find what thoughts are going with that. Be honest. Because it's often around, and yours might be different. I'm not being seen. I'm not being acknowledged. That's where it often comes down to. I'm not being heard, listened to. And be honest with yourself. We're here to help. Just to help and to support. Not to make you feel bad. Because the good news is, once you find all that, you can shift it. All right. So do you like the way it is going for you in this relationship, in this connection? Do you like to change? Do you want that to be different? Okay. So the situation is as it is. Can we accept that? It is now as it is. You have a connection with that person or that animal, for that matter. And it's going in a certain way. Can we accept that? That is what it is? That's how you perceive it right now? Okay. Take a deep breath. Just feel into you for a moment. Be present with yourself. Your beautiful self, your beautiful loving being that you are. Just connect with that love that you are. And you are it, if you feel it or not. That is what you are. We're telling you. You are that beautiful, beautiful, loving, light emerging being. And you might have hidden it and not know where to connect to it, but it's always there. You are that, as much as you feel that you are human. All right. So here we go. Are you ready to shift and to change and to mold? So what about, let's play with the thought for a moment. What about you shift that to an absolute different view, the view from where you are connected to all that you are, that beautiful loving being. Can you look at the situation from that connection with all that you are, that beautiful loving being? So let us help you a little bit there. Let's release now what is not yours. Let's release now all that is not serving you for the highest good. Let's release now all that is not in your highest good. Right? And that you do by just putting that attention. And we're going to help you with that. So please put that attention. I'm ready. Right? I'm ready. I'm ready and I'm able to release all that is not serving me for my highest good. Just say that out loud and mean that and think that. And just consider it being done. We're here to support that process. And take some nice deep breaths, and whenever you breathe out, just imagine that leaving your system. Just see it vibrating, see it leaving, see it going. You might send it into the earth, you might see it moving as a cloud. See it leaving out of your system. And if you don't see it, you imagine it. You're just actively imagining that is happening. Okay, it is supporting you on that process. That's great. All right. And now bring in, imagine that from the galaxy, down comes this pure white light, this unconditional love, this source energy coming down. As if you're on a stage and there's one light being pointed at you and you are in that circle of light. It's absolutely bright. Imagine that coming down. That light coming down, shining on you and filling your whole body and around your body. There's this circle of light coming onto you, and just feel it coming onto your body, into your body and around your body. All the way till it touches the floor. Maybe you were there already. That's so good. And this is this beautiful unconditional love. Source energy. White light. Pure as can be. As you are. Matching your pure frequency. Matching your pureness. Matching your love. Your unconditional love that you are. Feeling it, right? And if you're not, just know it's there. Just trust it. It is always there. It has never left you. It's been always there. Stay with that. And now from here, please look again. Don't leave. Stay here in that beautiful light, in your connection with yourself. Look at that issue that you have with that person or animal that you have. How does that look from here? How does that feel now? Can you send some compassion? Can you send some love to the other and yourself in that equation? For you doing your best. Being the best version that you can be. At any given moment. You are the best version in any given moment. Because if you could be a different version, you would be that. So you are, as the version you are right now, the best that you can be in this moment in time. So give that some compassion. Give that some love. As the other that you're connected with. Compassion and love. Things happen for a reason. So we just spoke about your reality as a representation of your inner world. But that counts also for other beings, right? Let's talk about humans. That also counts for other humans. Their inner world is reflected. So the way they react to you, respond to you, treat you, behave towards you, is all a reflection of their inner world. So to speak, it has nothing to do with you per se. It is their reflection, and you are mirroring that. And the way they perceive you is very different than the way you perceive yourself in relation to them. Probably it is a very different perception from each side. You reflecting your inner world outwards, and they are. And your inner worlds are absolutely different. Which is okay. Absolutely great. Keeps it a bit exciting, isn't it? So here you are, into that pure light, connected with your truth. Can you see it from a different perspective? Can you be in that love frequency? And from there, have an interaction. From there, connect with that person. You can already feel how different that connection is when you are coming from that place. Because now in that connection, your inner world to this moment in time feels so different. Yes, we haven't released any of the issues and the shadows and this and that, but they're only there. You're not going to like this because you shed light on it. That's not let's put it different. Your shadows are there because you have allowed them to be there. We say this with love. If you allow yourself to connect more to that light and allow that to come up, allow that to come with you to the light. But we're not here to talk about that in this moment in time. That is for another day. What we'd like to focus on, because you can have a lot of objections why this wouldn't work, but can we have objections why this would work? What we're just presenting to you? Can we give it a try? Can we go there to that place of unconditional love that you are and represent that in your outer world? You being that loving light. And if you start to throw in things why that cannot be, why is that so important to you? Why do you want to focus on that? Why do you want to put so much energy there while you can be in that loving light, this moment in time? Come back. Come and stay with us in the light where it's so much more pleasant. This is a truth as much as the other ones feels true to you. This is a truth. So embody that. Embrace that. Be that. As much as you can. Come back to that. And know that you are this at all times. And with that, we like to depart. If there's so much more that is going on, and we feel that in everyone's mind now, but what about all this? Yes, we will come to that. Today it's about shifting your inner perception of what's happening around you. Can we do that first? Because this is a very important part of that. Because you can work with your shadows, but if your perception doesn't change, you recreate. Yes, it is okay not to like what we're saying, because sometimes you want something, but we say what you need. The need is more important to us than what you want. We say that with love, and here we depart. I could feel all these objections, and not of all of you, but there's definitely a few of you that are there like, yeah, but this is too simple. This cannot be just it, because there's so much more going on. Start with this. I love that. It's like, yeah, we know, we are aware. Can we start with this? Can we try this? Can we change your perception from that place of wholeness, from that, that's too much a big word, from that place of connectiveness, from that place of your light? Can we take it from there? That's already huge. So try that if you want. Give it a try. However much that is, things are showing up in your world, or in your inner world, or your outer world. Try this, step in your light, connect with your truth, with your true self, or just with that light that you just we're connected to, right? And from there, look again. Things look so different from there. And approach life through that lens. I will leave you with that as well. So much love. And I'm looking forward to see each other in another video. Bye-bye.